Hello. Today is day 36, and our intention is to be true to yourself. So let's get started. Hello. Welcome to day 36 of our Intentions Instead of Resolutions year-long yoga. And today, just like with the next couple of weeks, is going to be focused on yourself emotionally. Now, last week's was more about physical changes and being kind to those changes, but it's also more than that. It's about also being kind to yourself just in your heart. And today we want to move forward through the week being true to ourselves, being authentic to ourselves. And that will help you live life with more authenticity and more self confidence and more meaningful relationships. So, we're going to get that from being strong and being confident in ourselves. So, this whole practice is going to be just helping you to find that strength and to know that, yes, you can do it. So, we're going to start at the front of our mats, just in mountain position. I should never say just mountain position, but you want to imagine that you're trying to tear your mat in half. So your feet are going to be forcing down and out. So you're really engaging all of the muscles of your body, not your entire body, but your lower body. And from this position, we're going to take a breath in as we drop our hips and go down into chair pose. So you want to reach forward and drop your hips. Now you want to try to make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes. So if you look down at the mat, you can see your toes. You don't want to lose your balance. You want to be able to just hold this position and not feel like you're going to teeter over to the side or to the front or the back. Then from this position, we're going to lift back up and then sweep our arms up and overhead. Keep your hands wide like you're trying to hold a beach ball. Volcano pose. Then we're going to sweep our hands down towards our sides and drop into a forward fold. Then lift halfway to flat back. Your hands can be on your knees, they can be up on the upper part of your thighs or on your calves. But you want your eyes to be looking slightly forward. Now we're going to lower back to that forward fold, and we're going to step our right foot back and then our left to plank pose. Now you really want to reach back with your heels, and that should help engage the muscles of your legs. Being in plank automatically engages your core muscles. Then once we feel like we've got a really good strong hold on this plank, we're going to take a break and peel our hips up and back to down dog. Now, while we're in down dog, we're going to step it out a little bit. Then with your feet slightly hip width apart, not too wide, not too close together, we're going to take our hands and walk them back towards our feet. Then once we're here, we're going to rise up to flat back, lower, and then roll up slow. So you want your hands to just hang at your sides. And we're going to straighten our legs first as we lift our upper body up towards mountain position. But you want to take it nice and slow. You want to try to imagine that your spine is just unfolding And it's becoming straighter and straighter and straighter as you go up. Oh, I did that with my eyes closed. I am so zen. Then once we're here, we're in the same position we started in. So we're going to drop our hips into chair pose, then back up to mountain, and then sweeping our arms down to come up, volcano pose. So again, you want to have your hands as if they're holding a big beach ball. Your feet are trying to rip your mat in half. So it may look like we're not doing anything in this position, but we're really doing a lot, especially if you suck your navel to your spine. Then we're going to let go with our hands falling down to our sides to forward fold. Another halfway lift. And forward fold. Then we're going to step our hands back out to that down dog. And once we're here in down dog, we're going to step it out a little bit. Then we're going to step back up, but we want to crisscross. So cross the right foot, then the left over the right, left over the right, left over the right. I said left over the right twice, right over the left, and then back up to the front of the mat in our forward fold. Then we're going to lift up to halfway to flat back, lower, and then do that same slow roll up. If you didn't do it slow enough before, really accentuate and imagine that spine, just one vertebra at a time, is stacking on top of the other. And your shoulders will feel like they're drooping. That's fine. Close your eyes and slowly roll up. And then when you're in a standing position, roll the shoulders back. That should have felt really good. Now, we're going to do that whole sequence again. So we're going to drop into chair position and then rise back up. Sweep our hands up and overhead to volcano pose. Let them fall down at the sides of your legs. Forward fold. Halfway lift to flat back. And then lower. And this time we're going to step our left foot back first, then our right. Remember, you really want to reach back. It's an active motion or an active stance where your heels are reaching towards the back of your room. Then we're going to peel our hips up and back to our down dog. Step it out a little bit. Then make sure you've got some space between your feet so that they're about hip width apart. And then start stepping back with your hands towards your feet. Then we're going to rise up to flat back, lower, roll slowly up to mountain, close your eyes, maybe suck your navel to your spine to support your lower back. Imagine your back is a slinky and you're stacking each vertebra on top of one another as if you're straightening a slinky. And then roll your shoulders back when we're at the top. So when you get real zen, it's really hard to go into the next position. Now we're going to drop our hips in space to chair pose. Rise back up to mountain. Sweep our hands down to come up, volcano pose. Let them fall to the sides of your legs, forward fold. You can have a generous bend in your knees. Then rise up halfway to flat back. And lower back down to that forward fold. And then step your hands back out to down dog. You can really stretch here. Step your feet. Then we're going to go back up to the front of the mat. This time we're going to start with our left foot over our right, then our right foot over our left foot over our right foot over our left, and back up to the top of the mat. And then we're going to lower with our to like a little froggy squat. So you're up on your toes. And then from there, we can roll on to our bum. And we're going to go down to the mat, flat back. Hug your knees to your chest. We're going to connect to our core just a little bit. A lot of our confidence comes from center. So if you have really strong sense of self, you also have a very strong center. Almost as though someone could just come up and just slap you in the stomach and you wouldn't budge. Now we're going to reach towards the sky with our feet and we're going to scissor our legs. Now you can hold on. I'm going to get centered. You can hold on to the edges of your mat or just place your hands flat on the mat. And we're going to start slow. So we're going to lower that right leg just to where it's hovering above the mat before your lower back comes off the mat, and then raise it as the left leg goes down. And then we can start to pick up pace. Try not to lower your leg too low because that's going to put too much pressure on your lower back. We want to target muscles in our abdominal wall. We don't want to put undue stress on our lower back. So we're going to do a couple more of these. And hug those knees to your chest. And we're going to lower to our feet to the mat. Place your hands beside your hips. And we're going to go into a bridge pose. Now, just like with that roll up to mountain, we want to do it nice and slow. So you want to start with your hip points reaching up towards the sky, and you should feel your tailbone tilt when you do that. And rise up nice and slow. Then we're going to lower again, nice and slow. Try to picture your spine and each vertebra coming in contact with the mat. Then right back up. And as you do, take a deep breath in. And out as you lower. So this will be really deep breathing, elongating the breath in and the breath out. So back up, breathing in. And out as we lower. Breathe in as we go up. And out as we lower. Now, lower your right foot, your left foot. We're going to end this practice in Shavasana. So with Shavasana, you don't want to have any muscles gripping. You want to allow your hands just to rest without feeling like you're moving them. Your feet, allow them to splay out. And relax every muscle in your body, from your toes to the crown of your head. So I hope you return to this video, not just for the Zen feeling of moving slow, but also for the strength that it should help give you in order to be true for yourself, true to yourself, not just this week, but in life. So I will see you again next time. Bye.